Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. I'm Peter Loshak, sitting next to Mike Brenner. This is the MLB Odds Couple show for Friday, July 22nd. Let's get into this show, Mike Brenner, because there's a bunch of picks that I'm liking.
I'm surprised. I looked at this card and I thought that you wouldn't have a bunch.
No, I got a bunch of picks.
Overnights.
A bunch I bet on the overnights, and then a bunch of like first halves and second halves and team totals that I'm liking. Let's throw up the record. I'm down a half unit once again.
Strasburg killed me yesterday. Did you expect an outing like that from him?
No, I didn't expect it, but I wasn't surprised. I did bet the -1 on that one on my personal accounts, but I was okay with the loss.
Me too.
I didn't bet it huge though. The Boston pick that I had was bigger on the -1.
Yeah, me too. I went heavy on Boston, and I went ahead and even after Washington took that dip in the morning, I went ahead and doubled down heavy on Boston last night.
It happens. All right, so let's get into this show. I don't even know where to start. There's about two or three that count as no-brainers here. Let's start. Okay, let's start with the first one. The first one for me, a no-brainer, is
what's the difference between a lock and a no-brainer, Pistol Pete? Because I remember when we first started doing videos.
A no-brainer means that you take one look at it and it seems like a pick that has value that the market just hasn't caught up on, and that it's like a wave that you're riding. And that's what it is. Or not necessarily that, or also just a pick that the market situationally can't adjust for. And this is the first one of those two. It's Detroit with Fulmer. That rookie on the mound has been absolutely dealing. I've been picking him most of his starts this year, and in general doing well with them. This guy Turner on the other side has not done well in the minors. Got hit in his one start in the majors, and it's a big line. I bet this one on the overnight on the opener, and I'll take the first half money line, even though it's going to be a big line. I'll take it anyway. It's -150 right now, but I'm going to take the Pinnacle opener. It might be a little bit worse, might be a little bit better, but whatever it is, I'll take Detroit on the first 5 innings. What do you think about that?
Who's toeing the rubber on the other side?
This guy Turner, Justin Turner, who's anyone who's starting in the majors could have a good game if he throws 5 innings, gives up 1 run, would not be a surprise. But in general, I think that's a good bet. I'm going to take that.
What's the full game money line?
The full game money line, which I bet on the overnight line. I got something in the 140s, and the best one that's now is it's been bet up. Bet online, sportsbetting.ag -148.
All right, I'm going to take that, Pistol Pete. I'm going full game money line minus the 148.
Okay, sounds good. Then let's see another this one. Okay,
another no-brainer.
I don't know if this one counts as a no-brainer, but it's definitely a curious line. It's eye-popping because a no-brainer is kind of like when the line makes sense. This one is one where the line doesn't quite make sense. We got San Francisco and the Yankees, right?
Now,
Bumgarner on the road, Tanaka at home, and it's a curiously low line. Bumgarner is coming off of a subpar start, but that's okay.
He's a bounce-back king, though.
Yeah, and I'm not totally sold on Tanaka in this spot. Definitely not totally sold on the Yankees to get something done against Bumgarner.
You're looking puzzled there a little bit, Pistol Pete.
Yeah, well, it's almost even money. On this one, and if Bumgarner is roughly his good self, that's got to have great value, right?
But that team, the bats, where did they go? Their bats went and they hid. Pete, I'm not kidding. That's 10-foot pole for me.
Really?
Then again, you are the baseball guy.
No, I'm going to take San Francisco on the first 5 innings. Again, the Pinnacle ones aren't out yet, so I'll take the Pinnacle opener, but it should be about -105 or so, -110. Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna tail you on that. It's rare that I don't tail a whole lot of people, but I respect what you're doing, how you've done it, and you've come out of the abyss from other stuff. Pistol Pete, I'm tailing you on that.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with it.
Take the Pinnacle opener?
Yes, Pinnacle opener.
Okay, and I'm going to do one other thing here. It's a little bit risky because of
one other thing. You think I'm going to believe that, Pete?
See, no, I mean on this game, I'm going to take a shot with the San Francisco team total over 3.5 -114. You think the bats are they're quiet?
They're quiet, but they're due
serious.
They should. That's a low number.
It is 3.5, but the Yankees have. I'll take it. I'll take it. 3.5 -114 on the team total over. Okay. All right. What else do we have? Okay. Then there's one other. This is like a no-brainer slash maybe it's too obvious. Let's see what you have to say about it. Washington is a massive home favorite over San Diego, and we got burned on it yesterday, right?
We did.
But you got Rourke, who's very, very reliable, going against Perdomo, who's very, very vulnerable. You got the San Diego bats who aren't going to bail any starting pitcher out in these situations, right? You got the Washington bats. I don't know. Look, I bet Washington on the overnight line at -1. I'll give it in this show, -1. I have to take it because if I don't, it's a no balls play.
Yeah, who's on the mat? Who's towing the rubber for San Diego?
Rourke against Perdomo.
That's right, Perdomo.
Yeah. So the money line part of that is going to be bet online at sportsbetting.ag -225.
Pete, what's the full game run line?
Run line part is going to be -115. So my bet will work out to about 160, 170.
Gotcha.
But it's just.
How about the total on that game?
The total is about 9. I actually now it's 8.5. I actually bet the under 9. I think that it's more likely that Rourke has a good start than Perdomo gets absolutely crushed. So I'm not going to give it here, though, but I did take the under on that one.
And how about the full game money line for Nationals?
Full game money line is 225.
Not touching that with a 10-foot pole. You know what? I'm going to pull the trigger there, Pistol. I'm going Nationals. Full game run line minus the 115. They got to bounce back, man. They got to straighten it out.
And I'm taking the Nats on that one -1. All right, those are the only ones that I think count as as no-brainers here. What else do you have that you think? Oh no, there is one. That is not a no-brainer. Okay, we'll go get to that later.
All right. Well, I like this one, Pete. I like Toronto. They're knocking on first place's door. All right, they've scored 31 runs in 5 games since the All-Star break. They've won 3 straight. Estrada's on the mound. Josh Donaldson is just killing it right now. This team's picking up momentum. This is what happened last year. Seattle is just losing momentum. They won big for me on some lucky innings the other night. But Nelson Cruz is the only one I'm worried about because he owns Estrada. I mean, well, if you want to call it only 5 at bats, but he's 4 or 5. He's got a home run, 3 RBIs against this guy. But Paxton's on the mound for Seattle, and he's really had struggles, periodically. Early in the season, he's that guy that you just don't know which one's going to show up. So he gave up 6 runs and 9 hits in 5 innings his last time out. So I'm all over it. I like Toronto. Give me a full game run line, Pistol Pete.
Full game run line for Toronto. The best line, plus 115.
I like that.
At Bookmaker and DSI at the Chris books. Interesting.
Wow, that is. I like that.
What
are your thoughts
on
that?
I took a shot with Seattle on the overnight. I'm not totally sold on Estrada here in this spot. Paxton's definitely been getting hit. He has a live fastball though, and he's probably going to get knocked around a little bit as well. But
you're liking Seattle on the road.
Yeah,
huh?
I took him just a modest bet on the overnight. And I also took no, I didn't take the over. That's right. I'm holding off.
I don't know how you keep up with all that, Pete. I'm not kidding you. I don't know how many bets you place in a day.
Yeah, well tonight, this one it was a full game, and there's a lot of bets that I was liking. All right, let's see. Here's another one that I made on the overnight. Just a standard bet, and the line has gone up. I took Miami over the Mets, and now it's up to 143 at Pinnacle, but it's still hanging at -137 at Bet Online. Woo. So I'll take that one. It's a little bit tough because the Mets are off an off day, whereas Miami is off of a game last night, and they're traveling. Yeah, but Verrett has some control issues that could pop up here. Conley's been generally pretty good recently, and I think I'm a little bit more sold on the Miami bats at this point in time. Yeah, it's a little bit risky, but I bet on the overnight, and I'll take it. Another one -137 on the Mets.
Yeah.
You have something else for us, Mike Brenner?
On the Mets.
On Miami.
Yeah, I'm helping you out. Yeah, I do have another one, Pistol Pete. I'm all over the absolutely streaking Boston Red Sox. If Ortiz gets one more home run, and he will, all right, that's going to be 12 seasons. He's had 25 or more home runs, and that's just nothing but production. I love the guy. He makes baseball fun, and when you're cashing tickets, because yesterday, by the way, I cashed another parlay ticket at the casino bet box at lunch, and it was because of Boston and them bats. Knocked down another one, Pistol Pete. Had a $200 parlay with the Pirates in Boston. But you know what? I like it. Gibson, he's struggling. Full game run line for Boston. Talk to me, Pistol Pete.
Boston is the best line at Pinnacle +104.
Gosh, I like that. Damn it. That's value. I love it. What do you think about this team right now?
I bet it on the overnight line. I took -1. I took the over, and I guess I'll give 3 plays on this one. I'll take Boston -1, the money line -174, the run line +104. I'm going to take the over. I bet that one at 10.5. Let's see where it is now. I think it's headed up, and it is 10.5. I got -108. Now it's up to 10.5, -115. And I'm also going to take the Boston team total over, which will be 5.5 at -131, which I saw at Pinnacle right.
That's 5.5. I'm taking that too. I'm adding that on. Now, Pistol Pete, I do like your game over because Rodriguez for the Red Sox. I'm definitely not jumping on them because of him. This guy can get pelted also.
Well, no, because he
came back with a good one last time out.
He made some mechanical adjustments. The deal with him was that he was supposedly tipping his pitches, made some adjustments. All those tipping pitches rumors are always a little bit odd, but you never know exactly how much truth there is to it and how much that can be fixed. But his last start was good. I think he'll probably be okay here. Even if he's not, Boston bats will probably bail you out. And if he's not, then the over will definitely cash.
I like it. So, I've got one other play, and that's it.
Let's hear it.
I'm going with the Cubs. I like Hamill. His last time out, he kind of straightened up. He had 4 outings that looked like he looked terrible. All right, but he only gave up 1 run and 3 hits in 6 frames last time out. So the Cubs, they're starting to get that groove back. They're looking good. They're quietly doing it. Milwaukee Milwaukee's at home with Jimmy Nelson on the mound. I like going against him. I think there's certain spots, even though his numbers are fantastic, all right, he has certain spots, certain hitters, and I like the full game money line. I think it's a safe bet because after Nelson comes out, I think they do the damage. What's the full game money line?
Full game money line, the best line, minus 152.
All right, I'm going to take that. It's a little high, and I'm also, Pete, I'm taking the Cubbies on the second half.
Okay, second half, I like that one. That was one that I sort of had circled to look at.
So what will that be?
Well, the second half line, it's not exactly clear. It might be up around like minus 160, minus 170, something like that.
It's going to be high, but I'm going with it.
Yeah, it's going to be high, but I definitely like that one. I have that one circled. I'm not going to give that one here because I don't know what the line will be, and that is key. All right, and then there's a few others that I like. I may as well just give them all.
Yeah, I think you need to pull the trigger.
Well, I took Colorado on the overnight line -1. I got it at about even money now. It's definitely gotten bet up. It's gotten bet significantly up, but I'll give it in the show. What the hell? The money line part is minus 152, and the run line part is plus 125. Wow.
They came through last night. They look good. They cashed for me last night.
Wow, that line really got. I got it at even money on the overnight. Now, if I give it here, it'll be about minus 120 or so. But I'll give it. Colorado -1. That's another one that I'm taking. And let's see what else. Let's see what else is interesting. I'm very tempted to give the over in Texas KC. Yu Darvish is coming back.
Yeah.
How's he going to do? Not exactly sure.
I almost pulled the trigger on that game, but I have to stay off. It's just something there. I don't know, man. Oof. Texas is on a dip. They've lost 14 of 18. They've lost 14 of 18. Had a 10.5 game lead to lead a division down to 3.5. That team's a sinking ship. Stay the hell away right now.
Then another one that's interesting is this guy Eflin for Philadelphia as a big underdog. Cole obviously is awesome for Pittsburgh, and the Philly bats are not reliable.
No, they're up and down, up and down. Where's that game at?
It's at Pittsburgh.
I didn't see that one. Pistol Pete, that slid right by me.
Yeah.
What's the line?
Pittsburgh on the money line.
Yeah, money line.
Money line. The best one would be at the Greek minus 215.
Jesus, holy cow! Who's on the mound for Pitt?
Garrett Cole, who came back and is coming back from the injury, but is looking like he's okay. Going to be good going forward. Let's see.
What's the run line on that?
The run line on that one for Pittsburgh is minus 106 at Pinnacle. Is the best line.
I'm going with it. I think Philadelphia's getting roped. Pittsburgh, full game money. Run line minus 106. Oh, damn it, Pistol Pete. Every time you start reviewing your stuff, you start scratching my back. Next thing you know, I'm pulling out more plays.
All right, I'm going to hold off on the Texas KC over, although I am tempted to give that one. And let's see, what else is there? I'm also tempted to take the over in Tampa Bay, Oakland, with Odorizzi.
I got to eat breakfast this morning, Pistol Pete. Jesus.
Let's see, what else? We got to give our viewers and our fans everything here. And all right, why don't you review your picks, and I'll make sure there's nothing.
All right, here we go. Let's see if I can keep up with it now. All right, I'm going with Toronto, the full game run line plus 115. I'm going with the Giants today on the first 5. It's going to be the Pinnacle opener. I'm also going with Detroit Tigers full game money line minus 148. A little bit higher than I like, but I think it's going to cash. I'm pulling the trigger on the Red Sox team total, which will probably be about what?
No, 5.5 minus 131.
Okay, and also I'm going Red Sox to keep the momentum going. Full game run line, pay it back plus 104.
All right.
I'm taking the Cubs. I'm not done, Pistol.
Yes,
full game money line minus 152, and I'm also taking the Cubbies on the second half. And that wraps it up for Brenner.
SportsBit Friday with Paulie and Teddy. We're talking bad beats and bad bets in Major League Baseball. How about our homework assignment? You want to know how the wise guys in the syndicates think? Watch today's show. Couple of games in MLB, and we got a deep dive. What are good bets and what are bad bets in terms of future for July? Check it out right now, SportsBit, on sbrpicks.com.
That sounds good. I got a bunch of other questionable overs that I'm liking with low totals and teams that could. I'm thinking about the over in Texas KC, thinking about the over in Dodgers St. Louis, and thinking about the over in Tampa Bay Oakland. I guess those all count as no balls plays. I'm just going to stick with the 7 or 8 plays, or 9 or 10 that I listed, and that's it.
Get your notepads down and write it down. Hey, Pistol Pete, speaking of that, hey, Sportsbook Review Guide. Hey, guys, you got to know where you're playing, and also take advantage of the line shop, and that's what it's all about. This guy here knows it better than anybody. Football's around the corner, all right? You want to open up 2 or 3 books with some of our top-rated players, okay? Our top-rated books for the players. They definitely get the job done. They pay out.
All right. Sounds good, Mike Brenner. We'll be back later this afternoon with the overnight lines, the opening lines for the Saturday card.
Looking forward to it.
Always on the go? Bet365 has one of the top mobile platforms in today's market. Sign up today and don't let your busy life keep you out of the game.